Have you or your students ever felt stressed? Maybe you have a student that's trying to understand an assignment or a task. Maybe you even have a student that feels miles ahead of the current lectures and wishes there was somewhere they could have some deeper discussions on the concepts or lessons. Well, there is. My name is Bianca, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about where Tutor Me comes in. Today, I'm going to show you what we do to help improve your students' performance and reduce their academic stress. Now I know you might be thinking, oh, great, another place for the students to visit. And maybe it sounds like a chore, but I promise you it's not. I hate chores. Here at Tutor Me, we want you and your students to feel confident, comfortable, and supported utilizing our services. All we want them to do is log in and try us out. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why it'll be worth letting your students know about us. So let's start with a quick description of what Tutor Me does. We provide top quality one-on-one remote tutoring to all of your students, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And did I mention it's free for them to use with the partnership with the school? And super easy to access. We currently cover over 300 subjects, everything from first grade math to algebra to organic chemistry to computer science or even test prep. We've also got a writing lab where your students can submit papers to be reviewed by a writing tutor. So no matter what a student needs help with, our tutors are here to provide that individualized support whenever it's needed. When we survey our students, 98% of them say that Tutor Me helped improve their grades. 98%. Here at Tutor Me, we can help any kind of student. For those who are struggling to get by, we can help them improve their understanding, raise their grades and test scores, and help them catch up with the rest of the class. In the case of the students who are excelling, we can offer them a space to deepen their understanding on advanced concepts and lessons, or prep for upcoming tests. And for the students that are right in the middle, maybe they're getting C's or B's, we can help them move up to the group of students who are excelling. So now I'm going to show you the two options for a student when they jump on the platform. To get to Tutor Me, students would simply need to click on the Tutor Me icon that's located within the LMS. And once they get there, they will have two options, our on-demand tutoring or the writing lab. First, we'll cover how to connect with a live tutor. Students would need to type in the subject that they're looking for help with in the search bar. Like I said, we support over 300 subjects and topics. Students can also hover over the topics tab in the upper left corner to see all of the subjects that we offer. Next, the student would describe the help needed. The student will need to try to be as specific as possible so that the tutor can best assist them. Upload the assignment, and it can be a PDF, a screenshot, a Word doc, or a PowerPoint. And once inside the lesson, you can upload the assignment there or connect to Google Docs directly. Once this information is entered, the student can hit submit once they're ready to move forward. Now Tutor Me will work to get you connected to a tutor. Normally it takes a minute or less. Now before the tutoring session begins, students are taken to the waiting room. In the waiting room, we show you information about the tutor to ensure the student feels confident and comfortable working together. Students can then enter the lesson space or cancel the request if they don't feel comfortable and look again for a different tutor. The student is in total control of this experience. When students enter the lesson, they have the option to use chat, audio, and/or video with the tutor. It's not all or nothing. Chat is the default, but if they want to just use audio, they can do that. If they want to use audio and video, they can do that as well. While in the lesson, students can screen share anything they're looking at directly with their tutor. And we have a whiteboard space where students can upload any assignment that they're working on and edit it live with the tutor. We have every tool a student would need, such as a text editor, a way to draw shapes, a way to enter different equations, or even graph points on a line. Students can switch over to a calculator. They also have the options of using a text editor. There's a file share option, a Google Doc option, and even a code editor. And you can check out the demo space at tutorme.com to see the lesson space. Now, the Tutor Me Writing Lab is here to help students enhance their writing and give good feedback to improving papers. Students can upload a paper and receive feedback in less than 12 hours. They would need to write the paper title and a description of the paper being written. Then the student would need to select the paper format and the 3 areas that they feel like they need the tutor to focus on when reviewing the paper. One important thing to note is that the paper will have to be uploaded in a docx Word file format, and it does say so when they go to upload the file to the writing lab. Once the file is uploaded, students will get an estimate of how long it'll take to get their paper back from the tutor, and this depends on the character count. Once the paper is returned, it will look similar to this. The tutor will highlight areas of improvement and give detailed notes on how to enhance the paper. At the end of the lesson, or once the paper is returned, we ask the student to rate the tutor to help make sure that our tutors are giving not just great tutoring, but a great overall experience. If a student had a great experience with a tutor, there's a heart icon just above their picture in the upper right-hand corner. This is how a student can favorite a tutor. When a student does that, this puts them in their favorited list. So they can then message this same tutor in the future to set up more time to keep working together. Now, on the rare occasion there is any trouble using Tutor Me, students can reach out to our chat support. There's a small icon in the lower right corner here, just like one you've probably seen on a billion different websites, and this connects them to the help that they may need. Now I want to get into some FAQs that may answer some of the burning questions I'm sure you all have. Are our tutors any good? In a word, yes. We have very high standards for our tutors. We only accept 4% of the applications we get. As I mentioned earlier, when we surveyed our students, 98% of them said that we helped improve their grades, which I think speaks directly to the quality of the tutors. And the rating system makes sure that anyone who isn't a great tutor is quickly identified from the low student ratings. And this also ties into the next question. Are the students safe? Student safety is our #1 priority. All of our tutors have been background checked and every tutoring session is recorded. We have software that monitors all the sessions for any inappropriate behavior. We've also got a full-time in-house QA team that reviews sessions to make sure students are getting a safe and comfortable environment. If there's ever a lesson in question or a lesson our team does find that does not meet our standards, we will always let the administrator of your Tutor Me account know. Another question we get all the time is, do the students feel comfortable? Absolutely. So in addition to the rating system and the monitoring, the big difference between school and Tutor Me is that the student is in full control with Tutor Me. They get to choose who they work with. If they get to walk away from a lesson at any time, it's entirely in their hands. So in the unlikely event that a student is uncomfortable during a lesson, they can just exit the lesson and report the tutor through the rating system. And a favorite amongst educators, what if students try to misbehave or try to cheat? So in addition to having students rate the tutors, we also have our tutors rate the students after each session. This helps us catch any sort of misbehavior or attempts at cheating. If a student asks the tutor to just provide answers to every question on their homework, for example, or if a student is harassing a tutor or behaving inappropriately. In those cases, we report the behavior to your Tutor Me administrator, and the student can be suspended from Tutor Me for a week or a month, depending on the specifics of their behavior. We don't have to suspend students too often. Fortunately, most of them are pretty well behaved. But if we do have a student that's acting inappropriately, we'll definitely be letting your administrator know. When talking to your students about the platform, we always say go beyond telling them, use Tutor Me if you need help, because students often say they aren't clear on how the platform can help them. So if you have a student that wants to improve, tell them to take graded tests or homework to Tutor Me so they can review the questions they got wrong. This can be one question or several. If there's a student that's already excelling, tell them to take their lessons to Tutor Me to discuss more advanced areas of their assignments. And if you have assigned an essay that's due on Wednesday, tell your students to submit it to Tutor Me, to the writing lab in Tutor Me by Tuesday. Remember, Tutor Me is here to benefit all of your students, the struggling, those in the middle, and even those who are excelling. We encourage you to get creative on how you have your students use Tutor Me. For example, you can include accessing Tutor Me as part of an assignment as a way to get students confident and comfortable with using us for help. And if you or Your students have a really great experience on Tutor Me, don't be shy. Please encourage them to tell their classmates and parents and fellow teachers about the platform. Word of mouth is the biggest way to ensure that all of the students know about this easily accessible resource. Happy learning!